Welcome back to On Points Recap Edition. Ed DeRosa alongside James Scully. And James, since the Breeders' Cup awarded 20 points to likely champion game winner, we've had 2 points races, Signal Man and Maximus Mischief.
Yes, the Signal Man won the Kentucky Jockey Club on the closing weekend at Churchill Downs. Really liked his effort, Ed. He's going to have to keep running faster, but I will say he's really just progressed, improved each race since he's made his first stakes appearance in the Breeders' Futurity. So like his development. And I thought the runner-up in that race, Plus K Parfait, really ran a good race too after having won his maiden. That the number came back a little low, but I won't count that against him just yet. I like both those horses' potential. Maximus Mischief was impressive. I mean, got a 108 brisk speed rating. Now I don't know what he was beating in there, and you know the Remsen has had a negative connotations in past years, and a little bit like skeptical of his pedigree for like classic distances next year, but definitely won't take anything away from him off that effort. I liked it.
Yeah, I have definitely been a vocal critic of the Remsen, not necessarily of the race, but of people getting excited about what comes out of it from a Derby perspective. Maximus Mischief a little out of that mold for me, and I am more bullish on him than I have been on Remsen winners in the past because he has been brilliant. He didn't need 2 turns to break his maiden. I mean, he blitzed the fields at Parks, goes to Aqueduct, wins at 9 furlongs over a well-meant Chad runner who was even money after attending the pace and held off a late rush. I love the race, and he's comfortably in my top 5 right now.
Yeah, and I'll say this about him. He's a big, good-looking horse. Looks like he's built for longer distances, so that is in his advantage, despite having a little bit of a pedigree that's a question mark. And I just liked his race in general. I mean, I thought that Tax ran a good race, made a run at him. He shook him off, and it showed good acceleration into the stretch. And, that speed rating, that triple-digit speed rating is huge. That track, I thought, played faster as the day went along. But to run nearly 5 seconds faster than that Positive Spirit, who looked like, gangbusters winning by 10 lengths in the Demoiselle, you got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, and the reality is we really, until Justify Santa Anita Derby, which was the highest speed rating of any points race ever, we really haven't had a ton of wow speed ratings since 2015 with American Pharoah, Frosted, and Dortmund. So been a while since we've seen that brilliance. I'm excited about it. Of course, the Bob Baffert Caravan is going to have something to say about all this come low sal futurity time. Game winner will be back next year. But back to the Kentucky Jockey Club real quick. And Signal Man, we had a video with KentuckyDerby.com. Ken McPeak, obviously very excited about his chances. We'll put a link to that video in there. But I think you said it. Some development still seems needed, as any 2-year-old would need, but especially from that race.
Yeah, and and it's funny because, I mean, when I first looked at that Signal Man on paper and saw General Quarters, I was just totally dubious. But his female family, General Quarters is in Turkey now, didn't do well in America. But his female family is really solid. John Gunther, Monocool stud bred, Signal Man. And so he does have the pedigree on the damn side. And one thing about him, just like Maximus Mischief, is just, a super impressive looking horse. I mean, he's long and big, and he looks built for longer distances. So, I echo those points. I like him.
All right, well, since the Kentucky Jockey Club, we did have the future wager closed. Just want to be public and update everyone if we do have any action, and I do, which makes me look good because I bet both the Remsen winner and Into Mischief in the pools, as well as Vacoma and Candy Ride were my other 2, and I took off Phillies just as a flyer at 60-1. Did you end up making any plunges?
I did. It's interesting you took Candy Ride and you bet Vacoma because Candy Ride has both him and Game Winner, obviously.
I mean, he was bet hard, but I just thought, all right, I like these 2. His brisk speed ratings across the whole crop is among the best, along with Into Mischief. So, I took a shot.
I wound up betting on him Improbable, and it just, he was sitting there at 16-1, wound up being 17-1. And to me, he's City Zips, on the top side, but he's out of an AP Indy mare. He's bred, on that damn side. And he was just so good looking, I thought, in that street sense, that if he comes back and runs up to expectations at 3, I just completely expect him to be lower than 17-1 on Derby Day. So I saw that as an opportunity. Baffert has tagged him as his mini Justify. And, Improbable has a lot going for him off that last win.
No, he looked fantastic here. So, well, I got one one of my bets home in his next race. We'll see if you and Scott Shapiro, also on Improbable at that price, can do the same in the Los Al Futurity. And we'll talk about that in our next episode.
All right.